Hello everybody, my name is Julian and I'm going to present you my final project for the software architecture and design course. For this I created a Android application which is right here, and I'm gonna guide you a little bit quickly through the application while I explain some of the patterns that I used to develop it. We have right here the to-do list, but before I explain that, I'm going to show you the stopwatch that I have right here. You can start it, you can pause it, start it again, or stop it. And that's it for the stopwatch. Then here you have the timer as well, so we can start a timer with 1 minute and 3 seconds, for example. And we have it right there, so it starts going ticking backwards. You can pause it as well, start it and stop it, and then you can start it again from the values that you set above here. And that's it, and we go back and we're going to discuss now the to-do list. For this you have three possible ways of sorting your tasks: by priority, alphabetically, or by the total time you have worked on them. Well, for this I use the strategy pattern for this sorting. So I have a strategy interface that has a sort method, which is right here. It has a sort method, and then each class that implements the strategy interface has to implement as well the sort method. For example, this is by priority and it sorts by priority the tasks. It is the same for alphabetically and for the total time. Okay, so that's it for that. Then we can add a new task right here. For example, task 4, description 4, and if for some reason we have to go back before saving it, we can restore it as a draft using the memento pattern. As I explained right here, if you don't save it and you go back, there's a memento saved for the draft that is restored every time you want to create a task. And well, we are going to create this new task and save it. For this to-do list, we are implementing the singleton pattern because it is just one instance of a to-do list that manages all the tasks and the information of them. Then to represent each task in this list view in Android, the iterator pattern is used because it iterates over all the tasks and renders each of them in the correspondent layout in this class that is the adapter. As we can see right here, it is accessing to each task and rendering it and returning a new view that is a cell in the list. The observer pattern is also used for all the buttons in the application. For example, right here, if we click in delete, there's a listener in each button waiting for the user interaction. And it is the same for every cell of the list, and that's it. For this view, the state pattern is used because this view is the same view as this one, and it has two possible states: the create state, that is this one, and the edit state. We can see them right here. we have a state interface that has three methods in it: user interface, save task, and on back press. Each of the states that are create and edit implements those three methods. And in the create example, for example, in the create state, we are hiding three buttons and setting the user interface elements like the text boxes right here with the draft. So we are hiding the elements. Then if we want to save a task in creation state, it is added to the to-do list, and if we want to save a task in the edit state, that is right here, we are not adding it, we are editing it in the to-do list. Okay, and that's it for the state. And in the method in back pressed, if we are in create state right here, and we click on the button, on the back button, the draft is saved. And in the did state, we don't need that. And also the builder pattern is used to create each task with a task factory. We have to set all the properties to the task factory, and then we have to build the factory, and a new task object is created. It is also worth to mention that an Android application uses the model view controller pattern to manage the application. We have, as I say right here, all our Kotlin files, which are our controllers and models. Right here, our controllers are the activities, our views are the layout files, and our models are right here. For example, the timer, the watch, to-do list, the task, and so on. And that's it for the application and the patterns that I used. I hope you like it, and thank you for everything.